What's up, guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 2007 Mazdaspeed 6. Up front is a 2.3-liter turbocharged inline-4, and down below is a 6-speed manual transmission. Now, if you can't tell already, I am super excited to be driving this here Mazda 6 for two big, bold reasons. First of all, I've always wanted to drive one of these. Never have. However, I learned how to drive stick shift on a Mazdaspeed 3. So, kind of in that family. The second reason is the fact that the owner, Jacob, who has a YouTube channel you should definitely check out, will be linked in the description below if you like Mazdas, he picked this beautiful winding and twisting road that I get to enjoy. So, it's gonna be a good day today. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zackpradel.com, where you can buy stickers like this retro sticker pack or big friggin' bottle sticker, both with free shipping. You could also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form, and you could read my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming before it comes out on the channel. But let's get back to that 2.3-liter turbo under the hood. Well, it's the same power plant given to the Mazdaspeed 3 hatchback, and it makes about 270 horsepower. Now, it actually makes 4 horsepower less than the 2006 Mazdaspeed 6 because Mazda was having some engine issues with them grenading themselves in 2006, so they put a more reserved, more restrictive tune on it to help remedy that issue, and it seems to have worked out pretty well. Like I said, it is the same power plant found in the Mazdaspeed 3, and it's a power plant that I've come to know and love. One thing I do want to note is the fuel pump issues. Some people have had fuel pump issues at higher RPM. The fuel pump might fuel starve the engine a little bit. If you floor it in 6th gear, it's not going to be happy about that. So a lot of people swap and opt for a higher pressure fuel pump or swap it out for an aftermarket one that can keep up with the demand. However, on a stock Mazdaspeed 6, you should be okay. You don't have to run and get your keys and go to AutoZone tonight if you own one, but you might want to consider it and at least have it in the back of your head. Like I said, paired to its 6-speed manual transmission, feels pretty good. Shifting it through the gears, it does have a little bit heavier of a throw than what I'm used to from Mazdas. However, most manual Mazdas I've driven have been Miatas or base spec 3s, so take that as you will. However, that is the only transmission that the Mazdaspeed 6 was offered with. This was very much an enthusiast car, and I absolutely love that about it. Last but not least, this was the big calling card of the Mazdaspeed 6, and that was the fact that this was all-wheel drive. The Mazdaspeed 3 hatchback was actually only ever front-wheel drive. A lot of people mix that up, and I've had people ask me, oh, was the hatchback all-wheel drive? No, only the sedan Mazdaspeed 6 was. So that is definitely something unique, and the best part about that is that even though this is the same engine as the Mazdaspeed 3, it doesn't have the god-awful torque steer that the Mazdaspeed 3 had. So it's actually a lot more usable power and a lot easier to control, which of course is fantastic. With that out of the way, let's run through the interior real quick here. This is definitely Ford-era Mazda. They didn't spend a whole lot of money on the interior, and I think that becomes rather evident. Well, in front of me, I have 4 gauges. On the left is my coolant temperature, then I have my tachometer, speedometer on the right, and fuel to the far right. They are red, which I do love. I think that is a really nice look, and definitely a very sporty look, and something that's also mimicked on the Mazdaspeed 3. On the steering wheel, on the left, I have my volume, mode, skip track, and mute, and on the right, I have my cruise control options. Off to the left, I do have a climate control vent, as well as my headlight levelers, something that Mazda was doing quite frequently in this era for some reason. I don't know why. But then I also have my gauge dimmer switch and my traction control off. Moving on to the door, I have my lock and unlock up top, power mirrors, and power windows. Moving into the center, I do get this very large storage bin, which as of reviewing a stock Mazda 6 not too long ago, I was told be careful with. They tend to crack and break, and it is a rather hard to find part from Mazda, so just be careful of that, especially here in the California sun. It might get brittle and crack. Then I have the standard Mazda red readout for my time, radio station, climate controls, things like that. And then I get 3 climate control vents. They look very symmetrical, they look very nice, and I like them a lot. Then I have the hazard switch and the radio itself. The radio itself is rather boring, nothing really to write home about there. I do have CD and satellite, which is nice, but again, just a very mid-2000s radio. And then I have my climate controls down below that. Then I do get a little cubby and the shifter. The shifter is finished in this nice leather, as well as it does have a different shift knob up top. I like the look of this. It does add a little bit more of a premium feel to the Mazdaspeed 6. However, this is by no means a premium vehicle. Then we do have cup holders. So we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the Mazdaspeed 6. And unfortunately, a lot of Mazdas in this era do pass, but the Mazdaspeed 6 is not one of them. Unfortunately, the bottle starts to go in, but will not stay seated, especially on these mountain roads. As you can hear in the background, I am chucking it into these corners, and so the bottle won't stay up. So unfortunately, the Mazdaspeed 6 fails the big friggin' bottle test. Then I do have a handbrake and the seats. The seats are decently comfortable. Something I wish they had though, I wish it said Mazdaspeed 6 on them. The Mazdaspeed 3, it says it, but not the Speed 6. That's a little disheartening to see. I would have liked to have had a little bit of fanfare, a little bit of extra love, especially even going back to the gauges. The gauge cluster didn't even say Mazdaspeed 6. I like feeling special when driving special cars, and Mazda didn't indulge me in that. But that's okay. That's okay. Speaking of seats, however, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2007 Mazdaspeed 6. Now, this is the sedan version. The Speed 6 only came in sedan, but the Mazda 6 came in sedan, hatchback, or wagon. That's why I said that. Legroom good, headroom good. You know, the Mazdaspeed 3 wasn't that good past the front two seats, so it's actually kind of refreshing to actually have nice back seats in a Mazdaspeed vehicle. Probably the best back seats of any Mazdaspeed vehicle, because I can only think of Mazdaspeed Miata, no back seats. Mazdaspeed Protege, those can be good, even though I haven't reviewed one. Mazdaspeed 3, not fantastic. So the Mazdaspeed 6 probably is the best back seats of any of them. I do have two fold-out cup holders back here in the center console. Like I said, headroom good, knee room good. No other amenities down here. I do have an ashtray. Thank God, if I want to light up in the back of my Mazdaspeed 6, I can absolutely do that. Nothing to write home about, however, nice functional back seats in a fun performance car, always a big win. Let's go hop around back, take a quick look at the trunk, then we'll talk about the looks. All right, around the back of the Mazdaspeed 6. Very, very cool. We do have a little handle down here, just pull up. And you do get a very nice sizable trunk, especially for a sedan. I would expect a trunk this large, however, it is nice to actually get that, have my expectations be met. And of course, nothing too crazy in here, nothing that I really notably see. However, plenty of space, and I like that a lot about the Speed 6. Still very usable, even though it isn't a hatchback. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and this is hit or miss. Now I should note that these are not Mazdaspeed 6 wheels. The Mazdaspeed 6 came with different wheels. These are actually Speed 3 wheels. Try to keep that straight in your head. But overall, I do like the slightly more aggressive body of the Speed 6. It has these more exaggerated fender flares, and it has a nice stance to it. I'm not a big fan of the small little headlights. However, this is miles and miles and miles more attractive than the second generation Mazda 6, so I will give it that. But now, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the Mazdaspeed 6? Well, this has been a long time coming, and I hope you're enjoying some of this in-car stuff, because this road gives the tail of the dragon a run for its money. I mean, it is really, truly a fun road. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. But what do I think finally driving this beast of a car? Well, it's actually a lot more tame than I thought it was going to be. You know, the Mazdaspeed 3 is a very rowdy car because of that torque steer. You don't know what it's going to do when you put your foot into it. It kind of has a mind of its own and kind of has a steering box of its own. This car is much more business-like. It's more straight to the point. It doesn't fluff around with weird torque steer. It doesn't try to kill you. It just goes faster. And so that can be looked at in two ways. This car is more boring than the Mazdaspeed 3, maybe. Or the simple truth that this is just a better Mazda 6. It really is. It handles a lot better than the standard Mazda 6. Even with the V6 option, whatever, this little four-banger I prefer. The steering is great. The brakes are pretty good for an application like this. This is one of the best and coolest daily drivers, I would say. Because I can have fun, and switch to in-car now, Zach, please. I am having a lot of fun on these California back roads on my way to my next shoot. I'm having a blast, I'm giggling, but then again, when I drive it at normal speeds like a grandpa, it's very, very tame, it's very respectable, it's quiet, it rides nice. And so if you're looking for a respectable, nice, quiet daily, you can do it. The Mazdaspeed 6 is nice, but here on a straight, oh, that's what you need, right? That's where it gets fun. This car can turn it on when it wants to, but it doesn't have to. And that's a really great spot to be for a car. It's predictable, it's friendly, it's welcoming, and yet if you stab it in the foot, it'll go running. And it's fun to let it run. Woo! Yeah! Mazdaspeed 6, baby! It's a shame this car only ever got one generation. It actually only lasted a couple of years because it is the best Mazda sedan made. I mean, it really just, at the end of the day, it is. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Jacob for letting me review his Mazdaspeed 6. It was slightly a last-minute review while I was here in California, and I'm so glad I was given the opportunity. Jacob not only has his own YouTube channel where he does car stuff as well, that'll be linked in the description below, but he's also a fellow RX-7 owner, so that gives him some definite extra brownie points for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.